How's it going? John from Long Island punk band Wrecked. Driving home from work, I figured I'd put another video up. Side note, this Friday, Mr. Beery's 10 p.m. Wrecked is going to be playing our first show of 2020. So come down and check us out. A lot of other bands playing, punk bands. So if you want to hear original Long Island punk rock, come check it out. Don't come expecting you're going to hear Brown Eyed Girl or any of the pop tunes and drink Pinot Grigio, because it's not that kind of night. So come check it out. Also, got these stickers in last week. Wrecked. Come get one from me. I'll give you one. Talk to me about Black Sabbath. Talk to me about Caldor and Pergament, old Long Island stores. Tell me to go fuck off. I'll give you a sticker. But anyway, the album I want to talk about today is 1992, Sublime's 40 Ounces to Freedom. I first heard of Sublime probably in 96 when they became popular, when they were playing that stuff on radio. And it was the What I Got, the Santeria, the Wrong Way. And I didn't like it. But let me, again, preface this and bring it back a bit. I didn't like anything popular then. If it was popular, I didn't watch it. I didn't listen to it. I didn't want to know anything about it. I thought by being underground, that gave me more credibility or made me cooler or something. It didn't. Made me more of an asshole. Because there's nothing worse than that, you know. Really, I mean, nobody's keeping score of what you're doing. Everyone tries to out hipster each other by saying, "Oh, I listen to this band, I listen to that band. You never even heard of them." I mean, we get it. But that's the way I was. In later years, I've really learned to calm that down and just like what I like, and then that's it. So Sublime came out with that album, the self-titled one, with the tattoo on it that I didn't like. But years later, I remember reading about the history of that band, and they had an album, 40 Ounces to Freedom, that was, by all accounts, a great album. As now as a young adult, I'm looking to anything that's gonna really pique my interest. So I'm like, all right, I'll check this out. It sounds good. I mean, the editors in Guitar World were talking about how good it was, and that's how you learned about new music, through the magazines. That's how I did. How I found new bands, mostly Guitar World magazine. No internet at the time. So I'm like, I'll buy the CD. So I bought it, and I was shocked because it was a punk album, and I didn't know these guys were a punk band, but they were. But they weren't just straight up punk, quote unquote punk. They had elements of ska, elements of reggae, elements of hip hop weaved in between the songs, and it wasn't done it wasn't forced. It wasn't like a pile of shit. It was unique, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they were a completely original band. They didn't sound like anybody else, and I don't know if anybody since then has even sounded like that. But back to the album. I mean, you opened up with "Waiting for My Ruka," which all it is a rap over a beat with a melody, and I was like, it's memorable. It's like it gets you. I'm like, whoa! And I love that album. Love that track. And from then on, it goes. I mean, song after song. "Smoke Two Joints" is on there, which it's good. 5446, which is a Toots and the Maytals cover, is on there, and that's a fucking awesome track. DJs is an awesome track. They also cover Bad Religion. They cover The Descendants, and I was shocked, like I said, about how punk the album was. And I started, really getting into these guys, and they were a punk band from Southern California. Started out, and they like I said, they incorporated those influences, the ska and the reggae and the hip hop into it, and really created a unique sound. And it was really great to see this band, with such a groundbreaking album. The guitar tone was ratty, and if you listen to anything live from that era, it's ratty, but it's a trio. It's hard being the only guitar player in the band, I can tell you that. Because, you have the sound on you, and you can't really fuck around too much, because if you do, there's too much space that has to be filled. So he did it well. I mean, in the later years, I had bootlegs from them, and some of them, they were good, some of them he was probably too hammered to play well, but I mean, they were a great band. The album after that was Robin the Hood, which it's an eclectic album though. It's allegedly was recorded on a 4-track. I don't know about that. But when he was staying on somebody's couch and he really did it, there's a lot of sampling on it, so I can understand maybe a lot of it was done without a band. But it's a continuation of 40 ounces, not as good. And then you have, of course, the self-titled one with all the hits on it. Over the years, there's been a couple of different break-offs of that band. The best one being Long Beach Dub All-Stars, which made 2 albums, and I saw them live, and they were great. They had that same sound. I mean, it's the rhythm section of Sublime, Bud Gow and Eric Wilson, along with the rest of the hangers-on from Sublime, the tattoo artist, the drummer, I think, DJ, who wants to call himself. But Long Beach Dub All-Stars had that sound. It was great. But as a Long Islander, it's tough to really embrace that sound because it's party music. Most Long Islanders only listen to reggae when they're out down in Jamaica on their honeymoons or anniversaries. But reggae is it's really a great genre of music to get into. And my brother was big into reggae, still is, and he would tell me about these. He made this one CD, which it's legendary. It's been lost for years, but it was a mix. And every party I would have, that we'd go to, I'd bring it, and people would be like, "Wow, this is great! Now, what is this?" And my brother made it, and he had the cutting edge of all dance hall and reggae. But anyway, be that as it is, Sublime, 3 albums, and that was it. And it's a shame because of what they could have done. I really do believe that they could have. If he was alive, they could have been on the same level as No Doubt or any of those, late 90s, early 2000s bands, alternative bands, and it's truly sad. But again, you get what you get. The one thing that I take away from it in the later years, I know the gear that Brad Miller played, he played a Mesa Triple Rectifier, and I bought one. 20 years ago I bought mine. I still play it to this day. I've only retubed it once. But anyone will tell you that Mesa Triple Rectifier is the greatest amp going. I mean, the thing is the tone is tremendous. The only thing that's ever come close to it for me, I played an orange amplifier, a Rockaverb, I think, or Thunderverb, I forget which one it was. And it came very close. But I mean, nothing, you can't beat the low end of that amp, of the Mesa. You can't beat the distortion on it. I mean, I play any guitar through that, and it's great. Again, I decided to buy one 20 years ago because of Brad Knoll, and it's been with me ever since, a big part of my sound. You can get them cheap now too, by the way. Just a little public service announcement if you're looking for a triple rec. Again, I paid $1,800 20 years ago for it, which was a lot of bread. Still is. But I mean, nowadays you can get them on eBay. I've seen them go for as low as $800, $1,000. I mean, for $1,000, if you're a serious musician, $1,000 down, you got a great amp. But people like to, say, oh well, you don't need all that wattage. You're only playing a local bar. No, I don't. I don't need a lot of things, but I do it anyways. I'm not going with a combo amp. I mean, that's stupid. I owe it to myself. I owe it to my band. And I owe it to the people coming to check us out to sound as good as I can. So without that amp, I have other amps, but this one is the one for my sound. So again, Sublime's 40 Ounces of Freedom. Check it out because it is a great album. It's very much a punk album and not derivative. Very original music. So if you're in the mood to check out that kind of stuff, check out Sublime's 40 Ounces of Freedom. And again, I gotta say, check out my YouTube channel, JC from Long Island. I'm gonna put some more videos up as I get the time to do it. And come this Friday, come check us out at Mr. Beery's, 10 p.m. Come get your sticker, and hopefully you have a good night. Thank you for listening. Take care.